just confirmed at Manchester United. A major behind-the-scenes twist has just come to light, and it's something not a single Red Devils fan saw coming. With the Manchester derby right around the corner, one of the club's recent moves in the transfer market has taken an unexpected turn, and it's causing quite the stir. While many expected a key addition to the midfield, the outcome was the complete opposite. The target was identified, the interest was genuine, but in the end, the answer was a firm no. Why did this happen? And what does it mean for the squad going forward? Before we dive into the full details, make sure you subscribe to the channel so you never miss any breaking news about Manchester United. Angelo Stiller is the man who has suddenly become the center of a surprising twist in Manchester United's transfer saga. The talented German midfielder, currently playing for Stuttgart, has reportedly turned down a late move to Old Trafford, a decision that has left many within the club stunned and supporters wondering what might have been. Stiller, just 24 years old, was identified by United scouts as an ideal addition to bolster Ruben Amorim's struggling midfield. With the squad lacking control and creativity in the middle of the park, the club believed Stiller could be the missing piece. Ruben Amorim, under immense pressure after a shaky start to the season, had been pushing for reinforcement in central midfield. Despite United's reputation and financial power, Stiller made a firm decision to stay in Germany, reportedly rejecting a move that would have placed him in one of the most watched teams in the world. His decision is believed to be based on both personal and professional reasons, with sources suggesting he's focused on continuing his development in the Bundesliga before considering a switch abroad. What makes this refusal even more surprising is that United were prepared to activate a release clause in Stiller's contract, worth around £32 million. However, the clause reportedly has specific conditions tied to it, only becoming valid during certain transfer windows. This small but crucial detail allowed Stuttgart to hold firm, with the German club also having the option to cancel the clause entirely for a modest fee of just £1.73 million, giving them even more control over the situation. Stiller has been a key figure for Stuttgart since joining from Hoffenheim 2 years ago, racking up 85 appearances in all competitions. His consistency, vision, and defensive awareness have made him one of the most reliable midfielders in the Bundesliga. Despite flying under the radar for much of his early career, his performances have now caught the eye of several major clubs across Europe, not just Manchester United. For United fans, this rejection stings not just because of the quality of the player involved, but also because it signals a missed opportunity in an area of the pitch where the club has been crying out for reinforcements. With Casemiro aging, Mason Mount struggling for consistency, and Scott McTominay not quite convincing the new manager, the midfield remains one of United's biggest concerns heading into a demanding season. The rejection also raises questions about how attractive United remains to top European talents. While the club's name still carries global weight, recent on-field performances and lack of silverware in recent seasons could be turning some players away. For someone like Angelo Stiller, staying at Stuttgart, where he plays regularly and feels valued, may have felt like the more secure and sensible option at this stage of his career. Amorim now finds himself back at square one. After targeting Stiller as a key summer signing, he must now look elsewhere, possibly waiting until the January window to make another move. With the Manchester derby fast approaching, and a decision still to be made about the goalkeeping situation between Andre Onana, Altay Bayindir, and new signing Sen Lamens, this latest setback only adds to the Portuguese manager's growing list of concerns. Meanwhile, the midfield dilemma continues. Fans had hoped the summer would bring a dynamic new presence to control games and dictate the tempo, but with Stiller out of the picture, options are becoming increasingly thin. The club's failure to land him could force Amorim to adapt tactically, possibly relying more on youth or reshuffling current roles to get the balance right in midfield. Insiders close to the negotiations claim that Stiller appreciated the offer and was flattered by the attention from Manchester United, but ultimately felt it wasn't the right time to make such a move. His priority remains helping Stuttgart push for European qualification and continuing to grow under the German system that has nurtured his talent from a young age. Interestingly, this isn't the first time United have struggled to close deals at the last moment. Over the past few windows, similar issues have arisen, from failed medicals to agents changing demands. This pattern may point to deeper issues within the club's transfer strategy and decision-making process. questions must be asked about whether United's current recruitment team is doing enough to close deals and identify players who are genuinely ready to join the project. As for Stiller, the door isn't completely closed. If he continues to shine in the Bundesliga, it's very possible United could return for him in the future, possibly under different circumstances. His contract situation gives Stuttgart an advantage, but it also means that with the right timing, a deal could still be done. The club will no doubt keep him on the radar, especially if midfield problems persist. For now, though, Ruben Amorim must focus on what he has. The Manchester derby is around the corner, and every decision he makes will be scrutinized. The pressure is mounting, and missing out on Stiller only adds to the weight on his shoulders. With fans already questioning selections and substitutions, this latest news will only turn up the heat at Old Trafford. So, despite the disappointment of missing out on a top talent, it's good to see that Manchester United are aiming high in the transfer market, targeting players like Angelo Stiller who are making a name for themselves across Europe. But what do you think? Did Stiller make the right call by toning down United? Yes or no? Let us know your thoughts in the comments. Do you believe we should go after him again in January, or was this a blessing in disguise? Angelo Stiller is the man at the center of today's revelation, and his story reminds us just how complex football transfers can be. You, the fans, are the heart of this club. Your opinions matter, and your passion drives the Red Devils forward. Wait. Before you go, check out this explosive Manchester United video.